It's time to measure. So how do we go about measuring a kitchen or a vanity? Number one, the first thing I do, best invention, your phone. Take pictures of everything, because you might remember where you're at now, but a week from now or 2 weeks from now, when you have to go back and review a plan, you might not have it. So take a look, rotate around the entire room, taking pictures where the plumbing is at, where outlets are at, and then start marking down the different measurements. What's your ceiling height? Ceiling height is going to determine what size wall cabinets we use. It's going to be either 84, it could be 96, it could be 102. Find out what the height is going to be that you have, but also check and see, if you look right here, we don't have any flooring in yet. So that determines what our height of the cabinets is going to be. Many a times people will just put a floor on top of a floor, and what used to be enough room to put a 42-inch wall cabinet will now have to put a 36-inch wall cabinet because it won't hit that height. You also want to know what the height is, because if you have utility cabinets, or if you have oven cabinets or pantry cabinets, can it lift up to stand it up? Because if you have an 84-inch tall cabinet and an 84-inch tall roof, guess what? You're not going to be able to turn it up. You'll have to take off that toe kick. So we can make it that way, or you'll have to do it in the field. So be aware of those things. Other things, as you go around and measuring, draw out all the walls. Start by sketching the overall shape of the room. Label each wall, wall A, wall B, etc. So it's easy to reference later. Take note that you need to account for drywall if it is not up yet. When you measure wall to wall, you need to subtract 1 inch for drywall and up to 1.5 inches for drywall in commercial settings. Next, note which direction the doors swing and sizing of doors and windows. Be sure to mark where the refrigerator, stove, dishwasher, and sink are. You're going to measure the distance between the wall to the center of your appliance to have a clearer idea of what cabinets you will be able to use in your space. For any electrical outlets or switches, you will measure the distance from the wall to where it starts. It's important to be mindful of your appliance measurements in relation to the door openings. Oftentimes, people forget to check the measurements and will plan a kitchen with appliances that do not fit through the door opening. Now you will have a good base to start adding in measurements of your walls. But when you come to an end piece, what kind of trim is going to be there? Is there going to be a trim around the window in the kitchen? Is there going to be a trim where a doorway is? How far is that going to come around? So that way you know how much you need to bump into. Let's take a look at some other situations. Measure where all outlets are, both where they're located on the wall from the corner, as well as the height. A very common mistake done on remodeling projects takes place on the vanities. Many times the vanity might be 10, 15 years old. In those cases, the vanities used to only be 32.5 inches tall. Nowadays, most people go to the 34.5 inch tall cabinets. So what you have to look at is that outlet or is that mirror going to obstruct the new vanity that's 34.5 inches tall? In some cases, you may have to move the mirror up if it's attached to the wall. You may have to move an outlet up. So be aware that the common height for vanities is now 34.5 inches tall without the top on it. Plumbing is another issue we have to address. You're going to want to see where the pipe is coming out of the wall, where the waters are coming at. Sometimes they may be far over to the left. Sometimes they may be far over to the right. What you're going to want to check is, does that fall within the sides of the cabinet? Remember, your cabinet might be 36 inches wide, but it's got a 1/2 inch side and a 1/2 inch side. So you've got to make sure it falls into that category. Dishwashers. In this case, they haven't put anything electrical in for dishwashers because there's not going to be one. But where's the electrical for the dishwasher? Is it on the right-hand side, left-hand side? Does that cabinet cover that outlet? You have to make sure that all falls into where the dishwasher is going to go. Just another feature that you got to be aware of. on my pipes. If I have a corner wall, I want to take a measurement from the corner wall to where the center line is to the pipe and the height and where each of these pipes are. In this case, they're located very close together. Have those things marked on your drawing.